Ever wondered if you're making any common prepping mistakes? You see, prepping is not just about stockpiling canned goods and water. It's about being ready for any possible emergency or disaster that might come your way. And despite years of experience, it's easy to overlook some aspects or make errors. That's what we're here for today. We're going to highlight some of the common mistakes that even seasoned preppers can make. So, are you ready to enhance your survival strategy? Let's dive into these common mistakes. Starting off with the first mistake, have you ever overlooked basic supplies? Now let's get something straight. When it comes to survival, it's the simplest things that often matter the most. Yep, we're talking about your basic supplies. These are the cornerstone of any well-prepared survival kit and must never be neglected. Imagine this, you've got a shed full of canned goods and batteries, but what happens when you run out of clean water? This is where water purification tablets come in. These tiny lifesavers can turn questionable water into a safe drink in a matter of minutes. Easy to store and light to carry, they're essential for any prepper. Moving on, let's talk hygiene. It's not the most glamorous topic, but it's a crucial one. In a survival situation, maintaining cleanliness can prevent disease and infection. So, items like soap, toothpaste, and sanitary products shouldn't be an afterthought. They should be right there in your kit, ready to use. And have you thought about medication? In the rush to stockpile food and water, it's easy to overlook. But remember, an emergency situation is stressful enough without having to deal with health issues. Stock up on basic over-the-counter medications for common ailments. And if you or a family member is on prescription medication, ensure you have an ample supply to tide you over until things get back to normal. One more thing. Don't forget about the little comforts that can make a world of difference in a crisis. Things like a good book, a deck of cards, or even a bar of chocolate can boost morale and keep spirits high. In the end, it's all about balance. Yes, your survival food and gear are important, but they're not the whole picture. By taking the time to think about these often overlooked items, you'll be better prepared to handle whatever comes your way. So always remember to keep your basic supplies in check. Next up, are you remembering to rotate your supplies? It's an easily overlooked practice, yet one of the most critical aspects of prepping. Storing food, water, and other perishable supplies is not a one-and-done deal. To maintain freshness and ensure that your supplies are at their best when you need them, regular rotation is key. Think about it. You wouldn't want to be in a situation where you're relying on your stored supplies only to find that your canned goods have expired or your bottled water tastes stale. That's why it's crucial to keep track of your supplies' expiration dates and rotate them out as needed. But how can you establish an effective rotation system? Well, one tried and true method is the first in, first out principle. When you add new supplies to your storage, make sure to use the older ones first. This way, you're continuously cycling through your stockpile, making the most of each item's shelf life. Setting up reminders can also help you stay on top of this. Whether it's a reminder on your phone or a note on your calendar, make sure to schedule regular checks of your supplies. During these checks, you can inspect your items for any signs of spoilage, check the expiration dates, and plan your rotation accordingly. And remember, rotation isn't just about food and water. Don't forget about your medical supplies, batteries, and other perishables. These items also have a shelf life and need to be used and replaced before they expire. Implementing a rotation system may seem like a chore, but it's an integral part of successful prepping. It ensures that your supplies are always fresh, usable, and ready for when you need them the most. By taking the time to establish and maintain a rotation system, you're investing in the quality and effectiveness of your survival plan. Hence, regular rotation of supplies is a must. So make it a habit, and you'll be one step closer to being fully prepared for any situation. Are you ensuring you're physically fit to face a disaster? An often overlooked aspect of survival preparation is the importance of physical fitness. Yes, it's vital to have a well-stocked pantry and a stash of medical supplies, but without a healthy, strong body, these resources may not be enough. Consider this. You're in a situation that demands physical exertion. Perhaps you need to evacuate quickly, or maybe you're required to perform heavy manual labor. A well-stocked pantry can't help you here. If you're not physically fit, you'll struggle, and that might spell disaster. Now, we're not suggesting you need to be an Olympic athlete or a bodybuilder, but maintaining a decent level of physical fitness is crucial. Regular exercise should be a part of your prepping regimen, not an afterthought. Incorporate a mix of cardio, strength, and flexibility training into your routine. Cardio exercises like running, swimming, or cycling improve your endurance, which could be vital in a survival situation. Strength training ensures you're capable of lifting, pulling, or carrying weight when needed. Flexibility exercises, such as yoga, can improve your balance and reduce the risk of injuries. And let's not forget the mental benefits of exercise. Regular physical activity can reduce stress, improve sleep, and boost your mood, all incredibly valuable in a high-pressure survival situation. But don't stop at gym workouts. Practical training exercises are also vital. For instance, try hiking with a loaded backpack to simulate evacuation scenarios, or practice chopping wood for potential firewood collection. These practical exercises not only improve your fitness, but also give you a taste of the physical demands of a real-world survival situation. Remember, when disaster strikes, it's not just about what you have, it's also about what you can do. And without physical fitness, your ability to respond effectively to emergencies could be severely limited. So, as you continue your prepping journey, don't neglect your physical fitness. It's not an optional extra, it's a key part of survival. Physical fitness is as important as any other prepping activity. Are you learning enough skills to survive any situation? This is not a question to be taken lightly, my friends. It's not just about hoarding supplies. It's about being versatile, adaptable, and capable. It's about having a diverse skill set. Consider this. You've got a bunker filled with canned goods and bottled water. But what if you run out? Or what if your supplies get contaminated or stolen? It's essential to know how to procure food and water in the wild. Hunting, fishing, foraging, purifying water. These are not just weekend hobbies, but vital survival skills. Then there's first aid. In an emergency, you can't rely on 911. You should know how to treat wounds, recognize signs of infection, and perform basic life-saving procedures. You'd be surprised how a bit of knowledge about CPR or the Heimlich maneuver can turn a dire situation around. Let's not forget the art of navigation. In a world without Google Maps, can you find your way using a compass and a map, or better yet, by the stars? It's a skill that's been crucial to human survival for millennia. And how about gardening? Growing your own food is empowering. It's sustainable and it's healthy. It also gives you a certain sense of control over your food supply. Last but not least, self-defense. It's a harsh reality, but in times of crisis, danger can come from fellow humans as well. Knowing how to protect yourself and your loved ones is crucial. So, what's the takeaway here? Diversify your skills. Go beyond stockpiling. Learn, practice, master. These skills aren't just for doomsday scenarios. They're practical, they're useful, and they'll make you more self-reliant. And isn't that what prepping is all about? Remember, a jack of all trades is a master of survival. So start diversifying your skill set today. Are you ready to move at a moment's notice? That's the question we should all be asking ourselves. Because when disaster strikes, sometimes your safest bet is to evacuate, to leave everything behind and just move. The importance of having a mobility plan can't be overstated. It's like having an escape route in case of a fire. You hope you'll never need to use it, but if the time comes, you'll be grateful you prepared one. Now, a mobility plan isn't just about knowing the quickest way out of town. It's about being prepared to survive while on the move. You might need to travel on foot, or by bike, or even by boat. You won't always have the luxury of driving away in a comfortable car packed with supplies. So, what does a good mobility plan look like? Well, it starts with a bug-out bag. This is a pre-packed bag filled with essential survival items that you can grab at a moment's notice. It should include things like food, water, a first aid kit, necessary medications, a change of clothes, and important documents. But remember, you'll be carrying this bag, so don't overload it. Choose lightweight, compact items. And don't forget to tailor your bug-out bag to your specific needs. For example, if you wear glasses, pack an extra pair. If you have a baby, include diapers and other baby supplies. Next, establish your evacuation routes. You should have multiple options in case one route is blocked or unsafe. Consider different modes of transportation and the types of terrain you might encounter. Plan how you'll communicate with your group if you get separated. And identify potential places to rest or seek shelter along the way. Remember, the goal of a mobility plan isn't to make you a nomad. It's to ensure that if you ever need to become one, even for a short while, you're ready. So take the time to prepare. Pack your bug-out bag, plan your routes, and then hope you'll never need to use them. Because that's what being prepared is all about. Always have a mobility plan ready. Have you secured your home and supplies adequately? When it comes to prepping, security is not an area to overlook. It's not enough to have a well-stocked pantry and a plan for mobility if you can't protect what you've got. In times of crisis, The unfortunate reality is that law and order can break down. Your home, your supplies, even your life may be at risk. That's where security measures come in. They are the shield that protects you, your loved ones, and your hard-earned resources. Start by fortifying your home. Reinforce doors and windows. Consider installing a security system if you can. This doesn't mean you need to turn your dwelling into a fortress, but a few strategic enhancements can make a big difference. Securing your valuables goes beyond just locking them away. It's about smart storage and discretion. Keep your supplies in unassuming, hard-to-reach places. Avoid discussing your prepping measures with those outside your trusted circle. Loose lips can indeed sink ships, or in this case, compromise your survival plan. But security measures aren't just about physical protection. Developing security protocols is just as important. Establish a system of communication with your loved ones, decide on safe words, and have a plan for when things go south. This could include anything from knowing when to bug out to understanding how to react if an intruder comes knocking. These protocols should be second nature to you and your group, practiced and perfected over time. And let's not forget about personal security. Learning self-defense techniques can be a lifesaver. The ability to protect yourself physically is a skill that's invaluable in a crisis. It's a confidence booster too, providing peace of mind knowing you can defend your own. So, take a moment to reflect. Are your security measures up to par? If not, it's time to take action. Remember, the key to effective prepping is a holistic approach, one that considers every facet of survival, including security. Remember, your security measures can make or break your survival plan. Well, that wraps up our list of common prepping mistakes. Let's take a quick stroll down memory lane and revisit the key points we've discussed today. Firstly, we emphasize the importance of not overlooking basic supplies. It's all too easy to focus on the big-ticket items and forget our humble yet essential friends like water purification tablets, hygiene products, and medications. These are the bread and butter of your survival kit and can make a world of difference in a crisis. Next, we tackled the issue of failing to rotate supplies. Remember, your stockpile isn't a time capsule. Regularly rotating your food, water, and other perishable supplies ensures freshness and prevents waste. Establishing a rotation system and setting up reminders for checking expiration dates can help in maintaining this crucial practice. We also underline the significance of physical fitness. It's not just about having a well-stocked pantry. You also need to be physically prepared to face the challenges that come with emergencies and disasters. Incorporating regular exercise routines and practical training exercises into your prepping regimen is a must. We discussed the necessity of having a diverse skill set beyond just gathering supplies. Knowing how to administer first aid, navigate unfamiliar terrains, grow your own food, and defend yourself can be just as important, if not more so, than the supplies you've stockpiled. We highlighted the importance of planning for mobility. Having a bug-out bag ready and an evacuation route planned is vital. In certain situations, staying put isn't an option, and being prepared to move at a moment's notice can save lives. Lastly, we stress the importance of not overlooking security measures. Protecting yourself and your supplies during a crisis is paramount. Fortifying your home, securing your valuables, and having clear security protocols can provide you with extra layers of safety. Now it's time for some introspection. Reflect on your own prepping strategies. Are you making any of these common mistakes? If so, it's never too late to make necessary adjustments. Remember, the goal of prepping is to be as prepared as possible for whatever life throws at you. Don't forget to subscribe for more prepping tips and advice. Stay safe and prepared.